We are about to pull back the curtain on one of the most hidden, and frankly, one of the most dangerous personalities you could ever encounter, a predator, hiding in plain sight. This is an explainer on the false empath. Just let that question sink in for a moment. That person, the one who seems to get you better than anyone else, the one you feel completely safe with. What if that deep understanding isn't a gift? What if it's a weapon, chosen specifically for you? So what are we actually talking about here? Look, a false empath doesn't feel your pain. They don't share in your joy. They analyze it. They take notes. They study your every reaction until they can perfectly replicate what you expect to see. It is an incredibly elaborate performance, and you're the only one in the audience.
Okay, so how do they pull this off so perfectly? Well, it all starts with their first and honestly their most devastating tactic. They become your perfect mirror.
This is their master illusion. You see, everything you love, they suddenly love too. Every single secret fear you've ever had, they just seem to get it. But here's the cold truth. They aren't connecting with you. They're downloading you. They are literally creating a custom-built personality designed to be your other half.
And that feeling, right there, that's the whole point. That incredible, profound sense of being seen is the key that unlocks all of your trust, every last one of your defenses. But you're not being seen. You're being scanned.
But here's where it gets strategic. Once they have your trust, they don't move in for the kill right away. Oh no, they wait. They wait for you to be at your most vulnerable, which brings us to their second tactic, the crisis specialist. Think about it. A lost job, a nasty breakup, a moment of just crushing self-doubt. That's their stage. While everyone else might give you some space, they rush in. They offer solutions, comfort, this unwavering stability. But they aren't helping you get through the storm. They're becoming your storm shelter, making absolutely sure you believe you can't survive with them. This isn't kindness. It's a deliberate construction of dependency. Do you hear it? Just listen to the subtle God complex in that phrase. It's never, hey, we'll get through this together. It's always, I will fix this for you. They're isolating you. They're cutting you off from your own resilience, making you believe that without them, you are completely and utterly lost. But what happens when the mask starts to slip? And it always does. Well, that leads us to the cold, hard mechanics at the very center of their psychology, a terrifying little mechanism we can call the empathy switch. And this right here, this is the whole game. The false empath has mastered cognitive empathy. They can read your body language, your tone of voice, and figure out with chilling accuracy, okay, this person is sad. But what they completely lack is affective empathy. They don't feel that sadness with you. You know, it's the difference between a doctor reading symptoms from a textbook and your best friend actually holding your hand while you're sick. One understands the problem, the other shares the feeling. They only do the first part. And because there's no real emotional connection to you, the second you stop being useful, or worse, the second you start to question them, that switch gets flipped. And just like that, the soulmate you knew becomes a cold, detached stranger overnight. The performance is, quite simply, over. This brings us to the deepest, most disturbing part of all of this. It's not just about what they do. We have to understand why. We're going to look inside their hidden motive. So why? Right? I mean, why go through all of this elaborate, exhausting effort? The answer is much simpler and a whole lot more terrifying than you might think. Because at their absolute core, there's nothing, just a profound, chronic, and absolutely terrifying inner void. They don't have a stable sense of who they are. They don't have a real identity. So you have to get this. Your emotions, your personality, your energy, they consume it all just to feel real for a little while. Your entire vibrant life becomes nothing more than a temporary patch for their emptiness. You're not a person they're in a relationship with. You are medicine. And if you only remember one thing from this entire explainer, please make it this. This is the final, brutal truth of this entire twisted dynamic. This is how they truly see you, not as a human being. They plug into you. They drain you of your light, your joy, your very sense of self, all just to power their own hollow existence. See, love is about connection. This is a transaction, a parasitic one. And when the battery runs dry, they just unplug and go find a new one, leaving you completely depleted and wondering if the person you loved ever even existed. And the sad truth is,
They didn't. Not really.
So, knowing this it's a heavy burden, but it's also your shield. Now that you understand the performance, now that you can see behind the mask, who really deserves access to the real you? Who will you trust?
And look, if any of this unmasked a painful truth in your own life, maybe think about sharing your experience below. You really never know who's reading through those comments. Your story might just be the warning that saves someone else from this exact same fate.